How's it going, everybody? Daner here with North Central Coins, and welcome back to another episode of the most rare and valuable coins in Canada. Today we're going to be discussing a Canadian nickel from the year 1963, which if you didn't know can be worth some insane amounts of money. Most of the time, collectors and coin roll hunters will actually look for the 1964 extra waterline nickel, but little known to most, there is a rare heir from the previous year that can actually be almost as valuable. Because these coins have so few examples accounted for, it makes finding them pretty tricky, but not impossible. And if somehow any of these make their way into your pocket change or you find them coin roll hunting, you definitely want to know which dates to look for so you don't accidentally let a gem slip back into the wilds of circulation. In this video, we will explore the historical context surrounding the production of this rare and valuable 5-cent coin and delve into why it holds such importance in Canadian numismatic history. Additionally, we will discuss any distinguishing and identifying features, its significance among collectors, and also the potential value if you're ever to find a legitimate example. Before I do get into this, I would really appreciate if you guys would smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also ring that bell notification. Right now, I'm on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and you guys can help me get there a lot quicker. I appreciate all the support that you guys show, but I have some big goals for this channel, and I am very excited for all of the awesome content that I'm going to be bringing you guys. Also, make sure to stay to the end of the video if you would like to find out how much you could get for one of these coins if you did ever find one. And then without further ado, what do you say we get right into it and discuss the Canadian 1963 nickel in coin alignment. Let's get it, guys. In 1942, the Royal Canadian Mint introduced a unique 12-sided design for the nickel as a strategic response to a specific concern related to the coin's appearance. During this period, Canadian nickels were primarily composed of tombac, an alloy of copper and nickel. However, the tombac's bronze color closely resembled that of Canadian pennies, which were also predominantly copper. To avoid confusion and facilitate easy differentiation between the nickel and the penny, the Canadian Mint decided to change the nickel's shape to a distinctive dodecagonal or 12-sided form. This innovative design served as a practical purpose, allowing people to quickly and visually distinguish between the 12-sided nickel and the round penny, even if they shared a similar color. During World War II and the Korean War, the Canadian Mint faced the challenge of metal shortages due to demands of wartime industries. To conserve precious metals for critical war efforts, the composition of Canadian nickels underwent significant changes. This started in the early 1940s with the introduction of the tombac nickels, and that eventually evolved in the late World War II years to steel coated with nickel with an additional chrome plating layer measuring 0.127 millimeters and 0.0003 millimeters. The introduction of the steel-based coins was a strategic decision to save essential metals for the production of munitions during the war. The transition to steel coins was not unique to Canada. Several other countries around the world adopted similar measures to support their wartime economies and needs. Following the conclusion of World War II and the Korean War, the Royal Canadian Mint gradually returned to nickel as the primary component in the 1950s. The shift back to traditional 99.9% nickel composition allowed the Canadian Mint to return to using the round rim design in the year 1963. The advancements in metallurgic technologies allowed for the efficient use of nickel without compromising the coin's integrity, marking the end of steel-based coins for several decades. Now, the date that you are looking for this nickel is 1963, and if you want to be able to identify this heir, we should briefly go over how rotated die errors can occur during coin production. Rotated die errors on Canadian coins can be attributed to misalignments or instability during the coin minting process. While it may be challenging to determine which of the two dies is responsible for the rotation, these errors occur for two major reasons: stable rotation and dynamic rotation. First, let's go over stable rotation. This type of rotation occurs when one of the two dies is misaligned during installation, leading to a stable degree of rotation for subsequent strikes. The effect of this is that multiple coins are produced with a consistent degree of rotation, and this misalignment is assumed to be the cause. The second type of rotation is dynamic rotation. Dynamic rotation occurs when one of the dies becomes loose during striking, leading it to rotate in its axis. This type can result in varying degrees of rotation. Coins struck with dynamic rotation may have different degrees of rotation depending on the instability of the rotating die during the striking process. To determine the rotation degree, one needs to measure the rotated side in relation to the other side of the coin. This measurement is crucial for evaluating the extent of the rotation. The Canadian 1963 nickel in coin alignment is an error that involves the coin being rotated 180 degrees during the minting process. In a typical minting process, coins are aligned in a specific way to ensure consistent and accurate strikes. However, in the case of the Canadian 1963 nickel struck in coin alignment, the coin was struck in such a way that the reverse and obverse side are upside down in relation to each other, very similar to American coins. The notable feature of this error is the reverse side of the coin, which features the beaver design, is rotated 180 degrees compared to the obverse side. This coin alignment error is considered a minting anomaly where the coin is improperly aligned during the striking process. Coin alignment errors, especially those involving 180 degree rotations, can generate significant interest among numismatists and collectors. The uniqueness of this error adds a distinctive characteristic to the coin. So, some of the details and specifications for the 1963 Canadian nickel in coin alignment of any of these are off and may indicate that the coin is not authentic. So first we will start off with the mintage figure for the 1963 Canadian nickel. The 1963 nickel has a mintage figure of 43,970,000 and the 1963 struck in coin alignment is included in that mintage figure. There's probably only a couple hundred examples or less that exist. Now the specifications for this coin, it is composed of 100% nickel. It has a weight of 4.54 grams, a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. The obverse was designed and engraved by Mary Gillick, and the reverse was designed and engraved by G.E. Kruger Gray and Thomas Shingles. The edge of the coin is round. It is the first year that they returned to the round rims for Canadian nickels. It is non-magnetic, and the die axis is in coin alignment, as is the standard for American coins, but it is not intended to be in coin alignment. It is a rotated die error. Now, when it comes to determining the value for this nickel, it can be extremely tricky. It is actually listed as an error on PCGS's website, and it is also listed on the Coins in Canada website, but Coins in Canada does not give any evaluations for this coin. Now, PCGS lists a sale on eBay in 2022 where an MS65 example sold for $201, but there have actually been regular 1963s that have sold for way more than that. So I'm not too sure what is going on with that, but if you do find one in an MS65 to MS67, I don't doubt that you might be able to get anywhere from $500 to $1,000, depending on how much somebody wants to add this to their collection. It is a pretty significant error, and if it gets the attribution from PCGS, it will definitely add some interest and garner some attention as well. Now, what do you guys think about the 1963 Canadian nickel struck in coin alignment? What would you do if you ever found a legitimate example, or if you ever have found any of the coins that I discussed in this video? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to know. Also, I would really appreciate if you guys would smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also ring that bell notification so you can stay up to date with my new content as it is being released. But I think that is pretty much going to do it for this one, folks. So, until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one, y'all.